a sandwich and some lovin'. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, and this is the podcast I do with my husband, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan. A train in the house.
Still going with the mellow entry, and that's fine.
But did you notice how it's picking up a little bit?
Is it? No, that sounded exactly the same as last week's. I'll go back and compare and contrast later. But as I was just complaining before we hit the record button on the podcast, I'm trying to be a little bit healthier and start taking all the vitamins that are just filling our pantry. I should count how many D vitamins and B vitamins and biotin and magnesium and all this stuff is up there, right? Just been sitting there for years because I've switched over to Ritual, which you take two a day. But here's me and my thinking, I got to get rid of all this stuff. I can't just flush it down the toilet. So I find some old probiotics that the children we had, remember when Cole got the flu a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things the lady recommended to us was good probiotics, and they're chewable. So I decided I'll pop a couple of those because I got to get rid of these things because this is me. I'm cheap in certain areas. So I chewed them and they immediately tasted not great. I looked at the bottle and they expired in February of 2019. Is that bad?
So wait a minute. Where are you going with this? You're just saying you ate two probiotics and they were old? Why did you do that? So you just found old pills lying around in the kids' room? You decided to eat them?
They're in the medicine cabinet because, I'm trying not to be wasteful.
Well, you gave
But I threw them away after that because they tasted really bad.
You gave me a bunch of crap for all these spices that I brought into the marriage that had expired, but you're going to go in there and eat probiotics that are a year old?
I didn't. They're over a year expired.
What are you doing, Evans?
I don't know. If I don't wake up in the morning, it was that.
Well, you may be pooping uncontrollably tonight.
That's okay, too.
Whoa. Come on.
Anyway, so blech.
Yeah, blech.
I get that taste out of my mouth. So
blech
nasty.
is right.
But I think I'm just going to stick to the 2 rituals a day.
Kellie's the worst pill taker, by the way. If you didn't know this about her.
That's why the Ritual. And we're not even doing a commercial for them tonight. That's why it's so easy.
She
you
is
just
the
take
worst pill taker
I am.
ever.
I'm horrible. But then again, I'm also cheap.
I've got my little pill, because I take 1 million pills per day, and I've got my little pill boxes, all lined up and labeled and everything.
I need to see if Ritual will do them for men so you can just take 2 a day like me.
I do need
and then all the leftovers.
I do need a men's multivitamin. I'm out.
Okay, I'll get that.
I've mentioned that the last, 4 or 5 times you've gone to the grocery.
But in addition to feeling sick from those expired probiotics, may I rest in peace should that be the case, I have been yelling at the TV tonight. We paused it so I could come and do because I get to do the podcast. It's a great privilege and honor to do this. But
no, that's not what you were saying before I hit the record button.
I was like, let's go. Because I want to get back and finish The Bachelor. But listen, I'm really ticked off about this whole. I'm ticked off about Peter in general because Peter has been. I'm sure we say this every season, but in my opinion, at this point, Peter is probably the. I don't want to be mean. I try to be a good Christian when I can, and I fail miserably. But he is just dumb, and this whole situation has got me crazy nuts.
Is he dumber than Juan Pablo?
You know what, Juan Pablo was Juan Pablo.
It's okay.
Juan
it's
Pablo
okay.
didn't bother me.
It's okay.
Juan Pablo was Juan Pablo.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, he's just this Latin lover that barely had a minute of airtime. That's ABC's fault for making him the Bachelor. I don't think he campaigned for it. They went and got him, but Peter wanted this anyway. So last week it was down to 4 hometown visits. If you're not familiar with the Bachelor, please just bear with me because I think you can still feel my frustration. So he had to send 1 home last week. And at the end of that, there's 3 left, which means they all go to the fantasy suites. The fantasy suites are the overnight get to sleep together. Now, when they close that door, the cameras are out of there, the microphones are out of there. It's the only time that the Bachelor and the 3 women that are left, or vice versa, the Bachelorette and the 3 men left, have a night, just the 2 of them, nobody watching. They can do whatever they want. Now, we assume they're all having sex. That is not the case. Sometimes they literally do just talk all night. Mm-hmm. We've talked to Bachelor Sean Lowe. He didn't sleep with anybody on his fantasy suite nights because he was a born-again virgin. And I remember when that race car driver woman whose fiance died in the race car, she told the Bachelors, Emily, remember Emily? She said, I'll do the show, but I'm not doing the overnight suites period. Because I've got a daughter at home watching me, and I don't want her thinking her mom potentially slept with 3 different men. And I was like, good for you. You have your standards. But here's the problem I have. This Madison girl who is saving herself for marriage, she decided to wait until after Peter sent the other girl home, who was willing, no problem, I'll sleep with you in this fantasy suite. Give me a chance. Put me in, coach. She decides to tell him then, oh, by the way, if you sleep with someone else, I'm out. She waits until the date right before they do the overnight. That's not fair. That's not right. You know what the show is going in. You should have led with that at the beginning, and he could have eliminated you then instead of waiting till now and you took some other girl's spot. That's what makes me mad about it, Alan. Now, you as a woman, you have a right to tell a man if he's dating someone else and you. The Bachelor's not real life. This is this fantasy life. But you can't just rewrite the rules like that. She should have, the right thing to do is, she has a right to have that opinion. Yes, she does. But she should have told him weeks ago. What do you think? I'm very upset.
I think you're too upset.
And she sits there and flat out tells him she's freezing and he keeps his jacket on.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of that was kind of prickish.
She's like, man, it's cold. And she's like getting up under his armpit
with bare shoulders,
stay warm.
with bare shoulders.
And he's just sitting there with his nice comfy jacket on the whole time that she is taking her time telling him. Did she ever mention the fact that she's saving herself for marriage?
Oh, wait a second. I mean,
I remember that part.
So her problem wasn't going to the fantasy suite.
Yes.
Well, you just said that they don't have to have sex in the fantasy suite.
Don't.
Okay, so that's not her problem. The problem was that he was going to go bone these other 3.
There's 3 left.
Whoever. I can't keep them all straight.
Yes, she should have told him this. This is information he should have had way before tonight. Way before.
Okay.
And obviously they put her as date number 3 because the producers are really smart. They want to give him a chance to go ahead and sleep with the other girl, Hannah, and Victoria, and then get around to Madison.
I don't know why you're getting so riled up. She's known this about this a-hole from the beginning.
Alan?
But she's known this about this a-hole from the beginning. He did the same thing in the last season.
Part of the fun is getting mad at it.
Okay, well, fine. You can get mad at it, but
that's what makes me mad, though. She should have led with that. And then he keeps this other girl around. They fight all the time. She's crying all the time. Every time she's threatened, she cries and says, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. He keeps her around saying, well, life will never be boring. Yeah, life with somebody who's manipulative with your emotions and is just toxic, that'll never be boring. But that's all I had to say about that. I had to get that off my chest.
Sometimes you got to get it off your chest, babe. But you're getting all riled up. Your blood pressure's spiking. You're turning red as you usually do.
It might be the probiotics that I ate out of date. But anyway, now I've left it with, he's obviously slept with the first 2, and now I've got to go watch Hannah and see what she's going to decide to do. Madison, because Madison's the one that says, I'm saving myself for marriage, and oh, by the way, if you sleep with someone else, I'm out of here.
She's the one that plays basketball.
Yeah.
I kind of like her.
I like her fine. But she should have shared that way earlier.
Sure, she's as pure as the driven snow, huh?
Yes, she is untainted.
Untainted.
Mm-hmm. So now I feel better now that I've gotten that off my chest.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest, babe.
And I know there are a lot of people listening that agree with me.
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
By the time you hear this podcast, you'll have already known. Based on the previews, it looks like Madison leaves. So she cost somebody else a spot. Anyway.
She cost somebody else a spot.
Yeah.
So she's leveraging her virginity.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't that what she's doing?
Well, Peter's made it very well known that he likes sex. And he
does.
Thinks it's nothing. He talks about it quite freely with his parents, and that he wants to try it to make sure that he's going to like it before he, signs on the dotted line, puts a ring on it, whatever. I've been married twice now, and my parents still don't know that I've ever had sex.
And Peter,
I don't want to talk about it with them.
And Peter does not give the woman fair warning. That's been proven.
What?
Remember with all the foamy white stuff that went all over her?
Oh, that was a champagne accident. Anyway, all right. So Alan has had a very interesting weekend, as did I, which we will get to part of that in just one moment. But first, I have a question I need to ask. Have you rethought your sink? You should rethink your sink because small changes really do add up. There are a few simple swaps you can make in your home to say goodbye to single-use plastic with sustainable swaps from Grove Collaborative.
Grove.
Now, we're huge fans of Grove Collaborative. I'll tell you why. Number one is because they introduced me to Mrs. Meyer's line of products.
Oh, we love Mrs. Meyer's.
We love Mrs. Meyer's products. I didn't even realize, I would occasionally hear the name and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. But these are, clean products, non-toxic products you want in your home. And they have other, seventh generation. Oh God, now I'm going Burt's Bees and things like that. And the Grove brand of products as well, seventh generation. But I'm telling you what, we are just Mrs. Meyer's addicts. That all-purpose cleaning spray, the basil scent and the body wash, I'm using that right now. Love it, love it, love it. So anyway, what I do also love about Grove Collaborative is they're making it very easy for you. I mean, we all want to do what's right for the environment, right? So to make it easy for you to do sustainable swaps, because they have this really easy way to get started with a set that will help you reduce your family's use of plastics, okay? So you can make your home sustainable this year, and you'll get, for a limited time, free silicone straws, reusable and washable sandwich bags, a refillable hand soap dispenser, gel hand soap, and a walnut scrubber sponge set. You get this free with your first purchase at Grove Collaborative. And you can join Alan and me and the over 2 million households who also shop at Grove for their healthy, sustainable home essentials, for your cleaning, for your personal care, for your pets. What goes in your home ends up, those fumes, those things that you touch on the counter, that ends up in your body. You want it to be all healthy and natural, right, Alan?
And you can make your home more sustainable this year for a limited time when our listeners go to grove.co/Levin. You'll get a free 5-piece set from Grove so you can swap out plastic in an easy way. Plus, you'll get free shipping and a free 60-day VIP trial. How's that sound?
Good.
So go to grove.co/Levin, Lovin, to get this exclusive sustainable swaps offer. One more time, that's grove.co/Levin, Lovin, and that's CO, guys, not .com.
Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
All right. Whew. I feel like I've just been purged.
You tired, babe?
I'm exhausted from my little rant.
Yeah, we've had a lot of different things. We got a lot of stuff on the docket to talk about, but there's so much that I think we're just going to hit the high points of all this. But we went to an Idina Menzel event. It was an event where Idina Menzel was performing.
It's Adina.
Idina. She could sing.
Nadel Nazim. Is that what he said? Adele Nazim.
Yeah. Last podcast or a couple of podcasts ago, I talked about spring break in that I'm renting an RV. And I'm starting to panic about that whole thing. So I need to get into that.
You need to get that off your chest.
I need some help. I don't know if we're going to have time for letters. If so, it might just be one or two. And then also, I have been asked, and I couldn't believe this. I asked Kellie what I should do because I didn't know. But once I thought about it, I thought, you should absolutely do this. I was asked to be, what is it called? Ordained?
You have to perform a wedding.
To perform a wedding.
Mm-hmm. You have to be ordained to do it.
I have to be ordained to perform a wedding.
You could become a notary public.
A notary?
I think aren't notaries allowed to perform weddings?
I have no idea.
I believe that's right. And then you could also make a little side hustle.
How about that?
Being a notary.
Well, so a lovely couple in Lubbock asked me to be their, I don't even know what you call it.
You're their minister.
Am I a minister? I'm going to be a minister?
Well, you're going to be ordained.
What would I, like Minister Evans? Is that what you call me?
Well, whatever. You could be Reverend Evans.
Oh, come on.
Rev Evans.
All you have to do is be ordained to be a reverend?
I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, seriously.
Will you be honorable?
I want to be the honorable, yeah. But I have been asked.
Would you be father?
Whoa.
I don't know. I'm asking.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Well, I don't know either.
Anyhow, I thought that was super exciting, and this wedding is in May, so I will be going to Lubbock to marry a couple in May.
Very sweet.
How fun is that?
Very sweet. And my brother is a minister who has performed not one, but 2 weddings for me.
Mhm.
So anyway, he could help you come up with, my brother's, I thought he did a really beautiful job with our
He
wedding.
did a beautiful job with ours, yeah.
And we've been to weddings that haven't been so great. So it's important, to, want to keep it light.
I'm taking it seriously.
Keep it quick. People don't want long, drawn out wedding ceremonies. They want to get to the party.
So I have to go through my Reverend training. I have to get with the bride and groom.
You got to get ordained.
I got to get ordained so I can do it.
It's literally just filling out a form.
Well, there's some stuff online I have to do. No, I have to call the county they're getting married in and ask what the required forms are that I need to bring. There's lots to do.
You have to take a test.
Maybe.
I
have no idea. I have no idea. I've never done this before.
Do you have to believe in God?
Well, that's probably preferable to this couple. That's probably preferable.
I mean, in order to be a minister, I don't know.
How unstable is it that I will be a reverend? Is that unstable or is that okay?
I never thought I would be married to a man of the cloth.
That makes me laugh. I'm a man of the cloth.
If you become a reverend, you would.
Oh, man.
Would that affect our bedroom life? See, I feel even uncomfortable saying the word sex in front of you now.
I don't think so.
I mean, reverends are men like everybody else.
As Kellie nervously looks into the hallway to see if Emma Kelly's lurking around.
I don't think so. But I mean, pastors are men and women sometimes, right? And a lot of times now. They have marriages where they participate in bedroom activities.
Yes. No, I don't think that this me being the officiant in a wedding is going to affect that in any way.
Well, you don't. It might affect me mentally.
Oh, that you look at me differently? That I'm a man of the cloth?
Yeah.
You look at me and Pastor Sam in the same light?
Oh, don't do that. Don't. See, now you've made it weirder.
Hey,
it was weird enough to begin with.
Hey, Kellie. Hey, Alan. How you doing? I don't know why I talk like Bill Clinton.
Pastor Sam is very handsome, I will say
Pastor
that.
Sam is very handsome. So that's exciting. Why don't you just tell everybody why we were at an event where Idina Menzel was performing?
Idina? Why are you saying I? It's E.
Because it starts with an I.
It's Idina.
Because it starts with an I.
Well, so is Isabel. It's not Isabel.
Okay, so Idina Menzel was
Israel. It's not Israel.
It's just one of those words I can't say.
Okay, so the Turtle Creek Chorale is a huge men's chorus, although we found out they have had a few women in the chorus over the years, but they just celebrated their 40th anniversary, and they had a big fundraiser because, as we found out through, concert ticket sales and things like that, only 21% of their operating budget is covered. So they have to have this big fundraiser to help with their, operating costs. They also are starting, they want to start going into schools using music to get into the schools and also help with anti-bullying programs and things of that nature. So it's a wonderful cause. And like I said, 40 years in Dallas. And so I was invited to host a table, and we were very blessed that I was glad you got to finally meet my friends Sue and Jerry Ann, who I've known for years and years and years, but they finally got to meet you, so that was fun, and they sat at our table.
Very nice.
Had some other lovely
Very nice
people.
ladies.
And Idina Menzel was the special guest singer.
Oh, gosh.
And she flew in from England
Good night,
just for this performance. She is playing Cinderella's wicked stepmother in the upcoming movie Cinderella, which stars Camila Cabello.
Wow.
That's being produced by James Corden, who is playing one of the mice.
Wow, good job, babe.
Yeah, I'm pulling this out of my butt as I'm speaking. I'm sorry if that offends you, Reverend.
Thank you.
I shouldn't say something.
I'm a man
like
of the
that in front
cloth.
John Travolta. No. Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan is playing the prince's father, who's playing the prince's mother.
Are you just showing off now? Why are you naming all these people?
I'm trying to remember who's playing the prince's mother now.
Okay, back to Idina Menzel.
Anyway, Idina Menzel flew in from England and sang so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
So
talented.
When I hear somebody sing and that banter she has, it's just so natural, because I get up in front of a crowd and I start falling apart. I start overthinking. I do. I start overthinking what I'm saying, and I hope I don't say the wrong thing. She was such at ease.
Yeah.
and just so effortless.
Really
I'm
pretty.
crying
Really
when she
pretty.
sings. When I hear somebody sing like that, I just start crying.
Just
And I'm
gorgeous voice.
super envious because I wish, we can't all have that level of talent because then we wouldn't appreciate it, right?
And I know we've all heard Let It Go about 5 million times. But
the way she did
it was great. I loved hearing it again.
Yeah, and she had the audience
She had the audience singing with her. It was fun.
She was just awesome. So I was really glad that you got to go, Alan, and I got to dress up a little and
had to throw on my penguin suit.
You did, and your new fancy shoes you got on sale.
Oh,
fancy.
Guys, I got some shoes that I wear with my tux now. I was going to take them to the Grammys, but when I bought the shoes a week before the Grammys to take to the Grammys, I left them at the cash register.
Yep.
And I didn't realize this until a week later as I'm packing for the Grammys.
Yeah, Alan goes out to the car. He's looking in the trunk. I can't find these shoes. Obvious. And it's late at night, so we can't even call the store at that point. And I said, well, I'll try to track them down. So the next day I thought, let me just call the store. And I called, and of course they put you on perpetual hold. I said, somebody would have turned them in. Maybe they're in the back, customer service, something. And she said, let me get your number and call you back. Well, of course, that call never came. So the next day I went and I described her the shoes. We looked, I looked on the racks and said, maybe they got put back in. So anyway, somebody finally found them.
Sure enough, they were in the store. So
I was going to overnight them to Alan so he could wear them.
That would have cost more than the shoes cost.
It was going to be hundreds of dollars. I was going to surprise him. I was like, Alan, I hope the thought counts because I'm not doing it.
So anyway,
it's too much.
Kelly tracked the shoes down, which was cool. Yeah. So I got to wear them to the Idina Menzel thing. And
now you're just saying it'd be aggravating.
They're patent leather on the sides. They're velvet on the tops with tassels.
Fancy.
I mean, they are so Hugh Hefner, babe. Yeah. So Hugh Hefner. But you think I pulled them off?
Yeah, I thought you did great.
They're real flat, though. They're almost like wearing, I've never worn ballet flats, but I imagine this is what they feel like. Yeah, because they feel like slippers.
Why don't you get arch supports?
Because when I wear these and then you wear your heels, we're almost the same height.
Yeah.
I'm still a little taller, but we're almost the same.
Barely,
yeah.
Yeah, I wore heels. Man, I see when you get to a certain age in life, when women stop caring how cute their shoes are because their feet hurt. I am this close to that. I am this close. I told Alan, my mission this year is to find a pair of dress shoes that do not kill my feet.
Yeah, Kelly was taking these itty bitty tiny little steps when we were walking from the car to the event. I'm like, why are you doing that?
Because the heels are so thin.
They were like these tiny itty little bitty steps.
I couldn't. I was trying to keep up with you as hard as I could. I know I looked ridiculous. I know I did.
Why are you walking like that?
Because I just couldn't help it. My feet were killing me, and I was afraid if I took big strides, my heel would snap because they're stilettos. It wasn't
They weren't that Louis Vuitton, Christian Louis Vuitton, are they? Or what are they called?
No. I got these on sale, I want to say at Marshall's or Ross, one of those two.
Word.
Years ago.
Nothing wrong with Marshalls and Ross.
I hold on to a shoe forever, but they kill my feet. So that's my goal this year.
So there's shoe talk at the Idina Menzel event.
Yeah. Anything else you get out of that?
Well, yeah, I got one more thing, and I was thinking about this. I went to run an errand the other day. I can't remember where I was going, but I was like, you know what? I want to hear Let It Go. And we just signed up for Apple Music. So I put on my Bluetooth in my car.
So you were so inspired by Idina that you wanted to listen to it again?
Yes. So I put on Idina Menzel in my car. I cranked it up. And then I got to thinking, this woman is so amazingly talented. And everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But if you think about all the entertainment choices that people have, music, different kinds of music, Netflix, TV. And then I'm thinking, and we have people that take time out of the day with all those choices to listen to these two buffoons, pointing at you and me.
Why are you making me a buffoon?
Well, okay, me. But like to listen to
You're Reverend Buffoon.
I am Reverend Buffoon. Wow. I kind of like that. Reverend Buffoon. The Honorable Reverend Buffoon. No, but for people to take their time to listen to us.
That's very, very
with
nice.
all these other entertainment choices that people have. I'm just thinking while I was listening to Idina Menzel, wow. I mean, that's pretty amazing that people even do that.
Well, that's nice.
I
That's nice
think
you had
it
that
is nice.
thought.
Yeah. No, seriously. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking,
We're
gosh,
very, very lucky. We're very blessed.
not sure why they listen, but they do.
Sometimes I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
Sometimes, honestly, I'll be honest. I'll think it was just the worst.
A train wreck? You do?
Yes, I do sometimes.
When
I'm
do
like,
you think it's the worst?
once in a while,
Why? Oh, why? Why do I talk like that?
Mainly because we talk over each other. No, sometimes I'll just leave at the end of the podcast. I'm like, man, that just wasn't good.
We don't
that just
talk.
wasn't good.
We don't talk over each
I'm
other.
not saying that really. I was joking for that.
Kelly was playing me these old clips, these old Kid Craddock clips, and
Oh God, it was
good
exhausting.
God, I could not keep track of what was going on. There were like 5 or 6 people talking at one time.
Let me tell you, if you're a fan of the Kid Craddock morning show and you're like, I miss the sound of Kid's voice, you can go. There's classic bits. They've edited out, commercials and stuff, and it's just the raw bit. And I'll tell you what, some of it, I was sitting there when Alan came home with the boys, and I don't know why I didn't know it was there, but let me see if I can find it because I want to tell you all about it. So, because I know there's some Kid Craddock fans out there. But anyway, I was crying, laughing at some bits. And then we got to one that I wanted Alan to hear. It was so frustrating because I love Kid Craddock. I did love him. But he'd interrupt you 50 times as you're trying to tell a story that could take maybe 2 minutes.
He, Al, and JC were all interrupting you.
I was sitting there listening. I was getting frantic and nervous.
Yeah.
And people used to tell me how, I remember them saying, man, Kelly, you just plow through. You just keep plowing through. I'm like, you have to.
Yeah.
You had to plow through or you would never get your story out.
I tell you that all the time. Just keep plowing through it.
Oh, my
Just keep
gosh.
fighting through it,
Anyway, so go find it. If I can find it while Alan talks to you a minute. I think it's on K-Pod, I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll give that to you at some point.
I think it's under K-Pod. So go look. It's classic Kid Craddock bits from years and years ago, which is really, some of it's really special. And like I said, I was laughing until I was crying on some of it. It was really great.
Okay.
But back to the part about listening to us. Thank you. Because
Yes.
you have a million podcast choices. And
entertainment choices.
Some days I leave and I'm like, man, that wasn't a good one. That wasn't a good one. And then inevitably,
I always think they're pretty good.
somebody will message and say something about the podcast that I was kicking myself over, about how I said something funny or we said something that was meaningful. So,
hey, I'll read a few letters here in a second to reinforce that point. Okay, I'm starting to panic about spring break. Big time.
Oh, yeah. Well, after our conversation today at lunch.
I rented an RV for me and my boys to take on spring break. Don't even know where we're going to go, but I just thought it would be
You have a basic idea.
Yeah,
You got to decide.
We're going to go west. Go west.
Because you don't have a lot of time. You only rented it for what, 5 days?
5 days. So when I was first talking to the company, they said, "Oh, it's just you and your boys." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I see on your website you've got an RV and it sleeps 3."
And there's 3 of you.
Yeah, there's 3 of us. And he said, "Well, yeah," he said, "that's kind of like a big van, really." He said, "You'll be a lot more comfortable in the 25-foot RV because it sleeps 5 and you're going to have you and your boys." He said, "That'll be plenty of room for you guys." And I said, "Sold. How long do you want it?" "I want it for 5 days." He tells me, all the details about how to pick it up, what we're going to do, how much it costs, all that stuff. And I said, "Perfect. Sounds great." Well, a couple of days go by, a couple of weeks go by, and then I get to thinking, I bet you my mom and dad, my son's grandparents, would want.
With your dad.
It started with my dad, would want to go with us. So I kind of floated this idea by my dad, and he's like, "I've always wanted to go on a trip to maybe like West Texas or the Grand Canyon.
In an RV.
In an RV, and I've never done it before." I said, "Then come with us."
And the boys got really excited.
And the boys got so excited.
They love their grandpa.
And he said, I'll go if your mother can go. He's not going to leave my mom by herself for a week. So we asked my mom, and then she kind of agrees to go. Kind of. Yeah. She's like, "Can you tell me more about the RV?" All right. So we're over there the other day, me and the boys, and I'm over there with my mom and dad, and they are they have a big TV and they stream YouTube. They almost watch YouTube exclusively. They watch casino videos. They watch videos from the Philippines, cooking videos. So my mom starts doing some research on there about this RV we rented, and she does 25-foot RV from this company that we rented from.
Sleeps 5.
Sleeps 5.
Which would be 5 of you.
Yeah. 5 of us. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be fine. So we're watching a video and it starts this person is giving a tour of the exact RV that we're taking. And we're all kind of looking at it and they start giving the specs and we're just kind of looking at my dad and looking at my mom and my mom's kind of looking at me and the boys don't care, they're like, whatever. But they start saying things like, well, it has a 6-gallon hot water heater. Okay, we're going to be on the road for a week.
Yeah.
My mom says, I take a shower every day.
And how many gallons do we use in a typical shower?
Well, it has a 40-gallon freshwater tank, but then it can only heat 6 gallons at a time.
So I guess one shower, then you have to wait until another 6-gallon heats up because I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
take the fastest shower.
You take a Navy shower. You turn the water on, get your hair wet, turn the water off. Soap up your hair, get soapy, turn the water on, rinse off.
Oh, that's a Navy shower?
Turn the water off. Yeah, that's a Navy shower.
Well, your boys will volunteer for, skipping altogether.
Oh, they don't care.
They don't care.
Oh, but
so that'll save water.
But here's another thing about this 25-foot RV. All the beds are in the same area.
Right.
Okay, so there's a double bed above the cab. There's a bed that I'm probably going to sleep on, which is the kitchen table that converts into a single bed. And then there's another double bed close to the back of the RV. But if you can imagine this, you can see everybody
You're all right
there together. My dad snores like a freight train. And I don't know how this is going to work. And my mother wants to shower every day. I don't know how this is going to work.
The mattresses are really thin.
The mattresses are about, like 2 inches thick.
So here's Kellie saving the day with my suggestion. It's not a cheap suggestion, but this was my suggestion. At night, you find a Motel 6. You let your parents, because the boys really want to sleep in the RV. That's their dream.
Yeah, they do.
You travel all day, but let your parents go sleep in the hotel room. So your mother's used to your dad snoring. She's probably can't sleep without it.
Right.
So they go in there, and then you all have a bathroom that you can all take a shower and a poo in.
Whoa.
And then you get back in the RV and take off the next day.
Yeah, because I don't
know how else you can do it.
I can set my watch to going in the morning, and I got to go in the morning.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do?
I think that's the solution. And you know what? Motel 6s aren't that there might even be a cheaper version, but Motel 6 is fine.
But why would we rent a Motel 6? I'm already paying per day for the RV, so why would we double up and pay?
For your parents' comfort.
Comfort.
Your parents, they're older, and even us. I don't want to sleep on a mattress that's an inch thick either. The boys want to sleep in it. You can sleep in the RV with the boys. You drive all day. Your mom can cook on the RV. That's going to be part of the fun of it. But I think if you just rent a hotel, let your parents sleep in there, and then you've got hot shower, you got a good toilet. You're going to go at least one time a day, really good, and then hit the road again.
I like Kellie's idea because here's the idea my dad floated out while we were watching these YouTube videos. He goes, you know what we could do? He said, I've heard that truck stops have really good showers.
Oh, well,
and I'm like, what did you just say? We're going to stop at a truck stop to take a shower?
You know what? I agree with him.
He said, yeah. So my mom...
Truckers want, they want nice things for themselves. So they're going to take care of their stuff.
Well, yeah, but that bunch of long-haul truckers, you're going to go shower at where they're showering?
Well, I don't think they have them in one big long stall.
Well, no, they don't, but I don't know. It just seemed a little odd. It sounded strange.
But you pay to use it, right?
You pay like $15.
Well, obviously. So, but then, okay, 15 times 5, you might as well get a hotel room. Or the boys you could go together.
Or we could just shower in the RV because I'm renting the RV. Make that work.
You would never sleep a wink with your dad, and you know that.
This is so wheels off.
You know you'd never sleep with him snoring.
And now
you know what it was like being me married to you before you got that problem fixed.
Yeah. I don't know.
How cranky I was all the time.
And I've never changed a sewage system or a gray water system. I'm gonna have to do all that.
I'm telling you, it'll be more expensive, but it's the best thing you can do for everybody.
What if I get poop on my hands?
Alan, that's so gross.
It could happen.
Wear gloves.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wear gloves.
Gross.
That's what my mom says. She goes, we are going to need gloves. And I said,
disposable gloves.
Yeah, we're going to need gloves.
Ugh.
We're going to need paper towels, lots of water,
Oof.
ramen, Vienna sausages, little Smokies, jerky, pork rinds.
Lots of jerky.
God, eating all that crap. We may not crap for a week.
So, as you can tell, I'm obviously very disappointed I'm not going to be part of this trip.
Oh, I don't know. I'm starting to panic. I'm even thinking about calling the company back and seeing if they've got a bigger RV.
Alan, I think it's plenty big if you just sleep at
You didn't see
hotels.
the video.
It's fine if you're just going to be riding from point A to point B during the day and the three of you sleep in it at night and your parents are in the hotel, it'll be fine.
And the boys are like, does it have a TV? I said, I don't know. No,
the hotel room does.
There's no TV. So I know what they're going to say. Daddy, can you turn on your hotspot? And all that data will be gone in like one day.
No, you know, this is family bonding time.
There's going to be 9 hours of driving at a time.
You play what we did when we were kids. You play the license plate game. You play count the cows. You play punch buggy. You play going through the alphabet. Everybody starts a letter with something, like name the animals that start with letter A and then B then C. You play King of. No devices. You need to make that part of the experience. They need to suffer like we suffered on
Evans,
our parents' road trips.
That's not a bad idea because there's a kitchen table and we could bring some board games.
Yep.
And my dad can keep them occupied, and my mom too, with board games.
They would love that
while I'm driving.
There you go.
I wonder if I can convince my dad into just driving the whole trip, and then I can just sleep up in the top bunk.
I'm loving that you're going to get a little taste of this RV life, and you may rethink our retirement.
No, because when we retire, we're going to get the Newmar King Air, the top of the line, the $1 million RV. We're going to sell everything we own and get this RV.
And then borrow the rest to afford a $1 million RV.
Yes, and then just live in this thing the rest of our life.
I love that you think that's going to happen.
All right. So you're saying I don't need to panic?
I think I came up with the perfect solution because that's what I do. I solve problems.
Okay. Well, I've had another problem this year. Not really a problem, but how are you doing on your diet?
Well, I've had better days. I need to get back on it. We have Emma, Kellie, and me, the online boutique, and we have a photo shoot coming up in about a week, and I'd like to drop a couple between now and the photo shoot day.
Well, there are ways to do that. I've been doing okay. I have good days and I have bad days. Mm-hmm. But the bad days I have, it's because I start snacking or I have a craving for something sweet. Mm-hmm. But I have found the ultimate diet hack, babe. Oh. And it's called Sweet Defeat. You'd be shocked by how much hidden sugar is in the food we eat.
Yeah, it doesn't, carbs convert to sugar and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when I decided to drop some weight and cut out carbs, suddenly I was constantly fighting sugar cravings. But then I discovered this Sweet Defeat. It is clinically proven to help stop sugar cravings within seconds and help you resist those temptations. So you can try Sweet Defeat in either a chewing gum, lozenge, or fast-acting minty, easy for me to say, fast-acting minty mouth spray, and it temporarily blocks the sweet taste.
How does that work, though?
It's amazing how this works. And when you block the taste, you stop the craving. Yeah. I don't know how it works, but it works.
Yeah, because you did it.
Yeah, I did it. You can eat a piece of candy and then chew a piece of the Sweet Defeat gum for 30 seconds and then eat another piece of candy, and the candy has no flavor. Like, you don't want to eat the candy.
So it blocks the flavor.
It blocks the flavor, but also it stops you craving that sweetness.
Yeah, because if you're not getting the taste, then why eat it?
Yeah. So it works on sugary sweets like cupcakes and cookies, but also works on carb-heavy things like potato chips, pizza, fast food. So you can take it when you need it, usually right after a meal to avoid dessert. You could take it in the afternoon to avoid sugary pick-me-ups. Maybe you're trying to give up that nightly glass or two of wine.
And the late night snacking.
Late night snacking with all those extra calories.
That puts on the pounds, is eating so late and then going straight to bed.
Well, that's where Sweet Defeat can help you. So give it a try and use my code to save 25%. All you got to do is go to get.sweetdefeat.com/Allen, Allen, and use my code.
Oh.
Allen.
Whoa.
Wow. Allen.
Whoa.
To save 25%. All right. Again, that's get.sweetdefeat.com/Allen and use code Allen.
Whoa.
To save 25%.
What am I, chopped liver?
Love Sweet Defeat. Finally, I got my own coupon code.
There you go, babe. Does it feel as good as you thought it would?
Yeah, feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. I think it feels pretty good.
Oh, good. I'm glad, honey.
Okay, babe. Why don't we can bring it home for Jerome here with maybe a few letters. You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay.
Alan handles all the mail because I don't know how to check it.
We talked about last podcast. We talked about the most lewd cities in each state.
Yes.
And there was a Cooter, Missouri.
Yes.
And I think we were joking around and calling it Missouri. And I had several people from the Show Me State email us and say, no, that's not how you pronounce that.
It's Missouri.
Here's one from Amanda. She says, I had to stop in the middle of the podcast to tell you I'm from Missouri, and we say Missouri with a long E. I guess some people say Missouri, but we judge them. Love the podcast.
See?
Now I'm going to have to find more out about Cooter, Missouri. So lewd. Love you guys, Amanda. It's Missouri.
You're the one that said Missouri, not me.
Well, that's how Clint Eastwood said it in The Unforgiven. He called it Missouri. Or Gene Hackman called it Missouri. One of the two did. Here's another one that's another Amanda.
An acting choice he
Is this
made.
the same Amanda? No, this is a different Amanda. Good grief. Everybody's Amanda. My sister's Amanda, too. She says, hey, just heard you mention on the podcast that Larry was regurgitating water a lot. You can try holding him in an upright position for a few minutes after he drinks. Well, that's certainly convenient. Or put his water above his head with drip water. That's a little more convenient. It could be his esophagus. Gravity can help him get the water down. Using the drip can help control how much he drinks at once, too. You could have him check for mega esophagus. Mega esophagus.
Mega esophagus.
That would be translated into big esophagus?
Yeah.
Okay. Notes from a Mega E fur mom used to clean up a lot of regurg. Hope it helps. Huh. Okay.
I don't know, it's like a gerbil water bottle where they lick the water bottle.
Okay.
Somebody else said just put it up on a higher a platform. So I'm gonna go to the pet store and see if I can find that.
Okay.
I don't know, or maybe I'll see that water bottle. I don't know. We'll see how that works.
Here's another one from...
Thank you for the tips. I appreciate it.
Those are good tips. Tara. She says, hi, Kellie and Alan.
Hi.
First, I want to say that I absolutely love your podcast, and I have listened to every single podcast.
Ugh, I'm sorry.
It's your very best customer.
She is.
Your very best
you
customer.
Plowing through some of them.
And
I
even
appreciate it.
replayed some of them.
Wow.
Listening to you guys always makes my morning since I listen when I get ready for work, and I'm always excited to see a new one uploaded. I hope to meet you guys one day. Currently, I'm living with my husband in Waco, Texas. That would be Waco, Texas. I was listening back to when you guys were on a certain diet and mentioning recipes. If you have any other health-conscious food recipes you'd like to share, I would love that. With summer season approaching, it's time to get the summer bod ready. I got married last year, and I'm still a new wife and new to cooking, and I'd love some new recipes, new easy recipes that are healthy and something my husband would actually eat too. If you have any ideas, please share. I'm sure many people would love it too. Thank you both, and thank you for all the laughs. Tara, a little known secret is that we have a website called kellyandalan.com, and on that website is a blog. Now, we don't post a lot there.
I know. We should do more.
But we post recipes there.
Very busy.
So go to kellyandalan.com/blog.
Yeah.
And there are a few healthy, easy recipes. One is, I think there's a steak salad that I used to do.
Did I put my chicken cabbage recipe on there?
I put my mom's cabbage recipe on there.
I'll tell you what. I have the easiest. I swear. It is the easiest meal you could possibly make.
Get it out of your noodle and put it on paper.
If you like chicken and cabbage, you will love it. It's really good. I'll put that up. Put that up. It's easy.
There's probably 4 or 5 recipes out there.
If you want healthy. Now, I think, is my mother's macaroni and cheese recipe on there?
Yeah.
Is the Mexican corn casserole on there?
That's not healthy.
It's not healthy. Well, neither is the macaroni and cheese. But
how come all the ones from you are not healthy and the ones from me
South
are
Carolina.
healthy?
South Kakalaki.
I'm from Texas, God's country. What's that got to do with anything?
Well,
Texans aren't exactly healthy eaters, you know. Okay,
what are we arguing about?
I don't know. I have no idea. This one is from Kate. Kate says, Alan and Kelly. Well, this is from a while back. Listening to the podcast 199, I'm so touched by your honesty. I understand the feeling of helping others, but being confused as to why you can't help yourself. I hope that you know when you talk about depression, it touches your audience and speaks to us in real and authentic ways. Whether we're feeling the same way or not in that moment, you have an incredible way of connecting with your listeners. This past Monday, I was the victim of an armed robbery.
Oh, no.
As I was leaving work.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Good.
Horror.
Grief. I work at a charity. Ironic, huh? And as Kelly said, going through the motions and faking it till I make it has been helping this past week. I have to start seeing a therapist, and I'm scared of what will come out of that. Listening to your podcast does provide the escapism that you were talking about, and that helps too. So does my Superman husband and 2 cute cats. Ugh. Thank you both for being you. I love the Evanses. Kate.
I'm so glad you're not hurt, Kate. That's just terrifying. Terrifying.
That is.
I was watching, I don't know why. You know how every once in a while your DVR will just have programs on there you did not record. I guess it's to get you to watch some new things. And I used to watch Hoarders more regularly than I do now. And but there was one up there that, because you didn't record Hoarders. I know you didn't. You know, have you noticed that on sometimes the DVR has stuff? Okay.
Right.
So this one was about a man. He was a principal at a school, and he busted some kids for marijuana, and one of them wrote a letter, and he had a hit list, and the principal was on the hit list, and that trauma sent him on this spiral. And I think he already had a little history of, because I don't know that not everybody reacts to trauma in that way, but he went completely mental on it and became a hoarder, and it was bad. It was very bad. So I think it's really important to deal with those traumas in a healthy way. And I'm so glad you've got a husband who's supporting you. But yeah, go get that therapy, because I would be scared. I can't imagine the fear you'd have.
No, I can't either. And no, Kate, thanks for writing. You know, I don't know that I've told. Yeah, I have told Kelly this.
Have you ever been robbed like that?
No, I never have, babe. So I can't
either.
really.
I've been robbed one. Well, I had shoplifters one time when my parents had Go West in the Florence Mall, and I remember these two. I was there by myself, and these 2 women came in, and one of them was pretending to be pregnant. She had some sort of like a big maternity blouse, but underneath some way of a pouch or something. I don't know what was underneath it, how she was doing it. But we would sell really expensive boots and things. Like Alan's been looking at these crocodile boots, and we sold that. We sold ostrich, all that. And they were shoving them into the blouse, and I knew what they were doing, but I was so scared to say anything, because here I am by myself. They didn't pull a gun or anything, but they knew I knew, and they were giving me the eye, like, you ain't gonna say nothing, are you? And I'm like, I ain't saying nothing. Just leave. It was bad. It was scary. I can't imagine if they had a gun. Oh.
Yeah. Well, back to Kate's letter.
Oh, I thought she was done. You were done. I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
I was. Well, no, that's okay. Before we got on the Go West thing. No,
you were done with her letter.
Well, no, I was going to recommend a book for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one that I've been reading. It's called Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy. It's by David D. Burns. And it's one my doctor recommended a long time ago, and I kind of blew him off, and I shouldn't have, because I've gotten into it now, and I haven't gotten into it enough to really tell you a lot about it, but it's really good, and it's already kind of been helping me some. So check that out if you get a chance.
It didn't make you less snappy with your wife.
Well, we were talking about her letter, and then all of a sudden you're talking about selling boots. It's
I was talking about when I got robbed.
Okay, I didn't understand what happened.
Because you weren't paying attention.
Oh, well, sometimes we get on these tangents, and my head kind of just floats away. We kind of get off the topic, you know.
I was on topic.
Oh, okay.
You get distracted with audience and looking up stuff, you weren't listening to me. That's why you think I'm off topic.
Well, no. The book was on my phone, so I had to go to my phone to get the author.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing. And then we started talking about, what was it?
No, we didn't. I did.
What was it? Alligator boots and...
I was talking about how I was robbed.
Oh, okay.
But not at gunpoint.
You said something
so it's not
about,
nearly as traumatic.
But you said something about crocodile boots. And
yes.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about what they were robbing me of.
Oh, okay. I have actually
It's like I should tell the whole story again because you missed it.
Oh, please do. I have actually been robbed, or my dad has been robbed. One time we pulled up in our driveway, and these assholes ran out of our garage with a bunch of tools, and they started running down the street. This was when I was a kid. And I I can't remember if it was, I think it was me. I think I jumped in the car and chased them down the street. And then they jumped in a truck. And I think I got their license number doing that. And then we called the police, but nothing really happened. You know, they couldn't, I don't know. But nothing happened to my knowledge.
Yeah.
But I remember that being kind of scary.
Maybe the cops were in on it.
I remember that being
No,
kind of
kidding.
scary. These guys ran out of our garage with a bunch of our stuff.
That's awful.
So
I can't stand thieves.
yeah.
All right.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I've shared all my stories. My Go West story wasn't nearly as exciting as your driveway robbery.
You got
story.
any Bachelor stuff you want to close with?
No, because I was left hanging. I don't know what ended up happening.
All right.
I have to go now watch the rest of it.
By
the time the podcast comes out, everybody will have known how it ends, but I'm still left up in the air.
Are you gonna go watch the rest of it now?
Yes, I am.
All right, babe. Okay, good. This was fun. A lot of different topics. I hope that if you're able to help me with the RV conundrum, email us at podcast@kellyandallen.com.
I thought I already solved the problem.
Yeah, I don't think you have because I don't
Get
think
a hotel room.
there hasn't been any agreement on that.
I just think it's the best idea.
Yeah. Well, it's what you would do if you were on the trip.
Well, one night sleeping with your father snoring in the RV, no matter how big it is, you're going to agree with me.
I know. I'm gonna bring my noise canceling headphones.
What are you going to do for the boys?
Oh, they can sleep through anything.
Really?
Yeah, they don't. They'll be fine. It's me and my mom doesn't care. It's me. I'm the one that's going to be whipped. We'll figure it out. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our RV desperately, even though I rented a too small RV. I love our listeners desperately. I don't love The Bachelor desperately, but I'm sure we'll podcast again real
You can
soon.
go watch the rest of it with me.
No, I'm not.
I'll make you.
I'm out. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.